Hey guys, working on a 2021 Dodge Charger today. It's going to be a windshield replacement. Looks like this glass was just replaced recently too, because it's really nice. Got the part number, but we got some damage here from where a security lock on the steering wheel slapped around. It was still attached to the column and it hit the glass right here and pressed up on the glass there. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you, there's a different technique on this one to set it. You can't really use the Quickset because of the curvature of the glass. So we'll probably be using the Pro6. Now, if I can use the Quickset, we will go to that, but it'd probably be the Pro6 that we use to set this one. But first off, gotta move all these clips that are on the cowl, and make sure you get the ones that's down here in the corner. Again, corner clip. Sometimes they're in an angle that's kind of hard for you to get your tool under. There we go. There were 9 of these, I believe, altogether. All right, next up, let's get the little cat covers off for the windshield wiper post. So we're just going to go down on the side here and just lift. They're just rubber. All right, being a Dodge, I think it's gonna, I don't think it's a 16. I think it might be a 15, but let's just track. Yeah, definitely not the 16. It's a 15 millimeter. We are undoing the nuts for the wiper post. That's all we're doing. All right, compress at the hinge, and then what you're gonna do is kind of put your finger under and just pull up on the back here. So let's get our compression, and it's loose because it rocks, and then we're just gonna lift up. Same thing on this one, compress. That's it. All right, next up on these guys, just gonna inspect these sides, see what we need to do. Let's get my plastic pry bar. Okay. Same on this side. Just gonna work the plastic down a little, slide it over if we can to the middle of these two, and then pry outwards. That's loose and clear. All right. Normally there would be a little rubber weather strip piece here, but it's not on this one. Oh wait, I stand corrected. It is there. It's just, it's part of it. That's pretty neat. Is that loose? Okay, not. All right. I was going to slide it under the vehicle, but there's not much room underneath that vehicle to slide it. So we're just going to put it where it's out of the way. We are done under the hood. Next up, we're going to move to the inside. We got to get that cover off. Looks like there is a gap in it. Let me grab, might need my T20, not sure. Might just be a twist off. On most Dodges it is just a twist off. Okay. Hey, just a twist off. And then we got a, looks like a condensation sensor. So let's go into our bag, get a tool that can help me release that. Just going to use a pick. You can use a small flathead as well. There we go. All right, that's out. I'm going to go ahead and disconnect the mirror, just because that's a heavy mirror. All right, we're good. We're ready to start cutting. So I'm already going to have to use a blade on that corner over there, but I'm going to go ahead and string it as well. And cut most of the bottom and everything. All the other sides. And if this string breaks, I'm okay with it. The string's well used, very well used. So we'll yeah, there's plenty of room for me to get a cold knife in here without cutting this frame. Alright, so with the line and everything, guys, gotta be careful with it. It will tear up this aluminum down here. If you catch these flaps right here, it'll cut right into the frame, especially if you got a fresh line on there. So just be mindful of how you string it and where your string is going. Make sure it gets between the pinch weld and the cowl. And there are scratches here and here where someone used a reciprocal saw and did not prime. Plastic on frame is okay. Metal is on glass. I'm going to cut it up to this point right here. Alright, put your shield down there to cover your VIN number to protect that from the string. If you got rivets or if it's bumped up anyway, the string will cut right through it. Alright, we caught the pillar. So what you're going to do is just slide your string or your shield right there, and see my pillar is now back forward right here. And so my string's behind there, and that's all good. If you want extra protection on this, you could shove the shield right here and run your string up, but there's enough gap right there. It's not going to catch any of that material. Not on this vehicle. Now on a Mustang, it will catch it and it will cut into it. They got plastic A-pillars and they've got it so far up against that glass, it's ridiculous. I like to put my suction cup here in the middle. That way, because of the curvature of the glass and the frame and everything, it keeps my string off the headliner instead of throwing it over to the driver's side and pulling the string from here all the way to the driver's side at one time. Putting it here allows me to not use that shield, not have to use that shield, that is, right here in this area. So keeps it off the headliner and it makes it real nice and easy and convenient for me. We're gonna go a little further with this. We're not gonna go too much further though. We're just gonna get it past the middle, try and get it about right here, and then we're gonna stop, and then we're gonna bring out the cold knives, and we're gonna cold knife cut the rest of this. Right there. All right, here's our cold knife blades. We got two sizes we're using a 1 inch and a 1.5 inch. We'll put the 1 inch first in. Play that there. So, can't get it in there. Let's see if we can get it in down here. There we go. We're under. Around this corner without scratching. I got a lot of molding here that's bunched up on me. I'm going to pull this out just a tad so I can get my blade down. Still attached a little bit in this corner. So this is where we're going to use our longer blade. Just kind of walk it up there, go around that corner. Now we're going to check it. Yeah, we're good. So now last place is going to be this corner. I can't get my cold knife in there because of the curvature there at the bottom. The frame's too high, so we're just going to take a quick blade. That'll work. We're just going to use a reciprocal saw for just a moment. So we're going to get our Blackhawk out. There it is. Anytime I manually cut, I like to carry a box cutter over with me. That way, if there's any more urethane to cut, instead of me pulling on that glass and fighting it for it to break, I can just go ahead and cut it right there as I'm trying to lift it out. The other thing, I am going to look and see if we can do a quick set on it. If we can't do the quick set, then we'll go to the Pro6. Just rest that there. Get the glass back up into position. I don't think those corners are going to allow me to use the quick set at all. But we're going to check. So all I do to check is we're just going to lift, and yeah, see this corner right here, there's no way I can get that quick set under here and have room to roll this glass into place and set because of this right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to our Pro6. We're going to use that. So quick set gets put away. There's nothing else we need to do right now except for get that glass out of there. Because the Pro6 is just like the Lil'Buddy. Come over here. We're going to close this door. Okay, we are free for the most part. I got a little bit of glass urethane right here. Broke real easy. Go. Next up, we'll get our trimming blades. Let's go ahead and put a new blade on this. Been meaning to for a while. That'll work. I like to come under and go ahead and pull the molding if it's still there. This is going to allow you to see where your blade is going. And there are scratch marks already on here from the last time someone installed this. They didn't put any primer down whatsoever, and you can see right here too. No primer, scratch marks. So we're going to do this the right way. We're going to put our primer down. We're going to prime over all these areas that they scratched as well. Look at that. They put the glue on top of the paint here, and as you saw, it just peeled right off. Look at that. That's why you put primer down, guys. You can't put urethane on paint. They got the urethane on his headliner, so we're just going to pull it down. It's separated from it, so that's good. Being very careful in here. I'm not pushing hard on this blade at all. The blade is more or less just falling. Okay, we're going to put the blade away, we're going to throw the trash away. Next step is going to be our cleaning phase. Get our shop towels, get our rag. Next up comes the priming phase. Like I said, we're going to prime over the scratches that they left with a reciprocal saw and their cutting blade, their trimming blade. We're not going to leave those. We don't want any rust to form on this vehicle. You can put primer on the whole frame where you're going to put your urethane. Don't skip any spots. If you're going to put urethane there, make sure you put your primer there. I'm going to start at the bottom. We're going to do where the urethane's going to go first. Piece out of there. We're gonna probably need another dab for the parts to go back around and get where they scratched. That is going to be perfectly fine and okay. Alright. All that they scratched. Scratch there. They scratched all the inside. Scratched the whole top. If you skipped ahead and you're wondering why there's all these scratches, we did not scratch this vehicle. Previous glass shop that did the install work scratched it. They did not put primer down. We're going back. We're putting primer over all the spots that they scratched, which is pretty much all the edges. All right. We're going to save our primer dauber. We're going to come back and reuse that. Next up, let's prep our glass while that dries. We have a good bit of humidity out today. We just had hurricane / tropical storm Francine move through the area. There's a high humidity this morning, so we're going to use a stronger tape to hold the glass. And then, yeah, let's go ahead and get all these. So we're going to break down these cups. I'm going to be using them with the Pro6, which requires me to use all of them. So I have to take these attachments off of the Quickset in order to use all my cups. I only have 4 cups. So we'll take these 3. We'll come get our 4th over here. Okay, so my attachments are numbered because there are certain attachments, like this is number 2, so it goes with suction cup number 2. I found that there are some attachments that will not fit in other, like this might not fit in 1 for some reason. Don't know why, so weird. So I have found which attachments everything works best in, and then I have numbered them and got a system for this. That's the wrong way. Wait. It's the right way. Okay. So there's all my stuff. I need to get this residue off of the glass. Glass cleaner. Rag. So if this does not get that residue off, you can take a razor blade, keep it wet, and you can make sure the razor blade's kind of fresh too, so you don't scratch the glass. Yeah, that residue is coming off really nicely. It was just a tape residue that was on the glass. Make sure we got all of that off. It's all over my glove, so we're just going to reverse my glove around, or not glove, my rag. All right, let's affix our products here. So what I like to do is take these, come over here to the driver's side, verify the driver's door glass is rolled all the way and not cracked, and we are rolled up all the way, so we're good. So then what we will do, lay this down. We're going to set it up here on our frame. Go kind of low. Make sure that your pull tab here is not being engaged, and you want it to be a slope back. Don't make it flat and don't make it down, because then when you rest your bar, your glass is going to want to slide out. So make it where when you lay your bar down and it supports your glass, that you know, it'll kind of slide back for you, and that'll make it real nice. Account for the weight of the glass too. So if it's a real heavy glass, maybe give it a little bit more slant back, because when you put that glass down on this, it's going to pull this cup down some. So got the slant on where I want. Maybe too high, so I'm going to back it down if I can. I'm going to put this bar just above that frame. There's what I'm trying to do. All right, next what you're going to do is you're going to measure from here, from the rubber to here, okay, the top roof line, which is right here, pretty much where this black primer is that's on my cup. So I'm going to take this, and that's my mark. We're going to come over to the driver's side of the glass, start up here where your molding is, because that's where my frame is, and I'm measuring down to this black. So there it is. Get you a better view of it. This is my area right here that I need to put this cup in on this glass. So keeping it marked, I'm going to put this right there. We're going to go just below it a little bit, and right there. Suction that. Make sure this bar follows the roof top here. So mine's sloped a little bit too high, so I can actually bring it down some. And there we go. That's good. So I've got now the same angle coming out, straight arm, and that's what we want. Next up, my handle. Don't put it right here in the middle, put it down here in this corner. This helps you balance the glass at that nice angle. And don't go too far in that corner, because you are going to have to release this cup, because we've got frame that this is going to have to go up under. So I'm going to maybe come up a little bit for me, for my comfort. Okay. Next up, I should have one more cup, and I need a handle at the top. And so I've got these stickers in the way. I can move these stickers. Let's go ahead and cut them off. So, and then I'm going to put my suction cup where those stickers are. Real quick, because I don't want that gunk on my suction cup, nor do I not want a good seal. We're just going to clean that area. Roll back to this side, which had the residue stickers of the other from up top there when we were doing top side or bottom, however you want to refer to it. My glass right now, that the bottom is my top. All this is just an extra handhold so that I can hold that glass. And set it where I need to be. You can put that other suction cup anywhere you want. If you want to put it down here, you know, and hold your glass like, you know, at the bottom, lean on over and set, you can. You want to put it at the top and do like the Lil'Buddy where you swing it around the vehicle, provided that it's not a, oh, what are those Corvettes, Camaros, Porsches where the hood pops forward. Alright, next up we're going to clean the edges of our glass first. So we're going to go around all four sides and clean where our urethane is going to set. We're going to make sure we get all contamination off, make sure it feels really nice, looks really nice. Warehouse did a good job on this one. They cleaned it up really nice for me already. Suction cup just fell. Okay. Let's go get that suction cup. Figure out why it fell. Probably the dirt that's on the glass. So let's go ahead and clean that off. And then we'll want to verify that it is still sticking really good before we try and put our glass on there. Alright, let's grab two tubes of urethane. And your tip and my cutter. Alright, lean over, put it in the corner, rest your nozzle against the top of the car, and then you're just going to pull back and slide across. Don't go too high toward the top, keep it toward the inside of the car. Glass has molding, glue does not stick to moldings. That's insane. It actually made it. It usually takes a tube and a half. So I will save this one. Maybe our next job. I'll Let's throw this tube away. Let's save that nozzle. Let's put that nozzle on the other glue. And we're going to take our dauber with us. Just like right there. Again, molding does not bond to urethane. Urethane does not bond to molding too well. That's where you'll see your leaks. Might not detect it right away, but over time the urethane and the molding, they just separate. It'll be one of the first things to separate. Second thing, urethane does not stick to urethane too well. That's why, guys, you put down the primer, let it dry, give it the ample time. That is the key. You can't put down primer and not give it the allotted time that needs to dry and throw that glass in. You're gonna have problems with that. So make sure you put your primer down, let it dry, and then you're gonna have maximum bond. And for years, guarantee you, this car is not gonna have any problem with leaks or anything. So make sure that's pumped, make sure it's looking good where I want it to be. Middle's got a nice overlap on it, so I'm not gonna worry about doing that one. Leaning over and possibly getting urethane on me. We're gonna throw this away. We're gonna verify my cups. And I'm gonna do one other thing. Because of these corners here, in case I have to lay the glass down, shift my position. See, whoever did this before scratched it right here. We don't want that. So we're gonna just put down some tape on these corners. We're going to protect all of these corners here from that glass, possibly, if I have to set it down to shift and, you know, to get this glass in. On these Dodges, you know, even Chryslers, the 200, 300s, it's too much of a curve. You can't use the Quickset. You need a second guy, honestly, to set these glasses. So before I verify these suction cups, I want to check this one more time. Make sure it's good. Glass is good, it's not going to fall. Door is secured. This door I need to close because I'm using the Pro6, but I'm not going to close it all the way because I do not have the key. Now we're going to verify this glass is prepped and ready. I got my tapes on it. Suction cups are pumped. Glass is cleaned. Okay. That back. I'm going to slide that corner in. Now I need to slide this corner in, so I'm going to go as far as I can. Get this corner in, and I'm in. And now we're down. This glass is set. You have to go past, you have to push that all the way in over there in order to get this glass to clear this corner right here. Now if we come look at this, that glass is just underneath. It's resting against the metal of the frame. I don't know if y'all can see that right there. So make sure you keep the suction cup close to the glass. Don't go too far in. You go too far in, this glass would have been more. There would have been a lot of pressure here and we could have had a cracked glass. So I'm going to slide this out is all I'm going to do. I've got the glass. I'm going to pull up and that is set. And we're going to rest that right there. We can get the glass in position where I would like it. VIN number looks good. There we go. That's how you set with the Pro6, guys. So please like the vehicle, subscribe. We'll do more too. But we're gonna go ahead and start putting this vehicle back together now. Let's see here. Work these down in a moment. Alright, let's get that glass. Get everything in the position we need. Get it all worked on. Go ahead and remove these side tapes. You don't need them anymore. Same time I'm doing this, I am verifying that my corners and my sides are exactly where I want them to be. And they are. So now we're going to go ahead and lean over, press down on that middle. Just applying light pressure is all we're doing. And now we're ready to put the cowl back on with your wipers and then go move to the inside and get that all complete as well. We got some trash, so we're going to clean this trash out right here. Slide that in. Bend the cowl just a little bit, and that allows you to get it into place. I have to bend a little bit more. Okay, it's stuck right there. So we're just going to come over here, we're going to get this side into place, bring that down. Still stuck in the middle. Just laid down. So now I'm looking, there are little clips in here. I'm just gonna make sure they're lined up where they need to be. And then we're gonna press down. This side's gonna be too high, I bet. It is. So let's move these down. All right. This piece was just sitting right here. Like that. I don't know why the other shop removed that. That is normally taped down. Alright, after you get the cowl in place, and you verify that all the holes are where they need to be and everything's there, go ahead and lock it down. So go ahead and find all those 9 little push clips. We have extra clips in our bag because I replace clips as I find that they're broken. And I just throw them in my bag and forget to clean out the old clips until the bag is junked up, and then I take a moment before a job and just throw out all the old clips. Okay, next up is going to be our wiper post, our wipers. So we can get out what we need for them. Remember, it was a 15 millimeter. Glass is not marked on this one on where to put the windshield wipers, so just use your best judgment. Don't get it too low, don't get it too high. If you're unsure, push them down, lock them down, crank the car up, and run the windshield wipers one time before you clean the glass. You just kind of look at the driver's side only, not really focusing on the passenger side. The only thing you might do on the passenger is just glance and make sure it's not too low. But make sure the driver's side arm, that wiper blade, is hitting about right here. And you want it straight up and down. So if the bottom is hitting here, you don't want the top over here. You want your top to be the same position as that bottom, so right here. And that's going to be your perfect setting of that wiper. Typically your wipers do point at each other at the tips. So if yours is not, you might have it wrong. You might want to look at it. There is a few cars though where the wipers do not point at the tips. Now to the inside real quick. Condensation sensor, it's just going to snap in place. It's real easy to put up. There it is. Mirror, we're going to reattach. Sometimes you need a crescent wrench to get these attached. If you do a crescent wrench, don't attach to this piece of metal here on the side, because it's just casted and it breaks real easily. So make sure you open that crescent wrench up to where you grip it right here at the bottom, and that way you have multiple, you know, best position to be twisting that around and stuff. So cable's out of the way. Glass that's on. Just gonna inspect this for a moment. Remember, another glass shop did this, so I want to make sure there's nothing broke about it. And yeah, they did not. So the only clips they're holding is just going to be here that do go on this side here. So don't damage those when you take that off. And all we're going to do is we're going to line it up, and then we're going to slide up, and we should hear a click. I'm not hearing that click. Man, there it is. Stuck on a cable. Is that what I mean? Guys, I am not hearing that click, which means I am not getting it lined up. That's lined up. Ah, there's no click. Thing's too wide. Alright, so what I'm going to have to do is hold it, and it looks like when I get this piece in, it is then going to lock it, keep it all smushed to the inwards, prevent it from falling down. And that's exactly what it's doing. I don't like that. Should be a nice click. Alright, so we are done with the inside of the vehicle. Because I pressed up on the inside, just gonna go back, make sure all this is good. I'm ready to clean this glass. We can shut the hood. We're done. So guys, thank y'all very much. I'm gonna get this cleaned up, and we're gonna close this job out. Y'all like and subscribe, leave comments. I do respond to any comments, so if you got any questions or anything, I've been doing this for a while. I've seen a lot of jobs, and you're not gonna surprise me. So explain your situation if you're stumped and everything, and leave a comment on the video, and I'll help you out however I can. Do not call our phone numbers. Phone numbers are reserved for quotes and everything. Ladies or I, whoever picks up the phone, we will hang up on you. Phones are for our customers locally. We do not respond to questions that you might have on the YouTube channel or any social media in regards to how we set our glass. But leave us a comment in the video. On our page too, there's a community section. You click on that tab, and in the community section you can leave a comment also on the questions section, and we do check that frequently, and when we see those we will respond to those. But thank y'all very much. Hope this helps y'all. If you've never set a Dodge Charger glass, same as a Chrysler 300, really is, and a 200. Not easy to do with a Quickset. I did it with the Pro6. Pro6 is similar to the Lil'Buddy, so if you got one of those systems, it's gonna be a real easy one-man job for you. Just make sure you follow the instructions on how I did when I set that glass. Thank y'all, and y'all have a good day.